This is the new Pixel 6a, a $599 champ, but hi everyone, this is JD, your gadget review friend. Welcome back to Gadget Rev Now. The new Pixel 6a is here, and this series always comes after the flagship lineup. Google has never been reluctant or selfish to give the A series a great performance. This is the exact Pixel 6 with a few downgrades. But unlike Apple that gives iPhone SE 2022 a flagship processor that sucks with everything, or a Samsung that provides the A series a good screen and design but average performer, the Pixel 6a almost received everything for $599. It has a powerful tensor chip, great cameras with computational photography, same Pixel 6 design, and huge 4100 mAh battery. It's hard to beat the phone with a $599 price tag. So today, let's unbox it, talk about the features and the downgrade. Let's go to work. Nothing much to see here, so let's do a quick unboxing. We don't need a knife to unbox it as there are pull tabs on both sides of the box. As we open it, you will be greeted by a shiny plastic back of the phone. We have the sage green. Aside from the Pixel 6a, you will have the cable, the OTG adapter, the manual, and the SIM ejector tool. This is pretty standard now for a smartphone package. Only Chinese phones offer charging block and case. But Google Pixel, Samsung, and Apple iPhones pretty much the same. Okay, so let's talk about the features of this phone, starting with the size. It is only 6.1 inch, that is perfect for smaller hands. I love small phones, and certainly Pixel 6 and 6 Pro are not small in any way imaginable. Above that 6.1 inch is a 1080p panel with a higher 120Hz refresh rate. It is not as buttery smooth as the flagship Pixel 6 or 6 Pro, but they will give you a bright OLED screen. It would have been nice to see Google at the very least bring its 90Hz refresh rate to Pixel 6a. The Samsung Galaxy A53 has 120Hz, but Google needs to have a differentiation between Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6a. Google didn't sacrifice the screen brightness though, with the Pixel 6a display delivering an average peak of 776 nits. That easily eclipses the iPhone SE 2022 at 550 nits and outshines Galaxy A53 at 693 nits. At the back, you will have a small camera bump that will be beneficial to case manufacturers because that means thinner cases to wrap around the model. The common complaint about Pixel 6 and 6 Pro is it is too big and bulky for some. Let's talk about the performance. Google Tensor Chip was a bit of a mystery when it was launched. It was Google's first attempt at an in-house processor. While it isn't a performance beast like Apple's Bionic processor, the gamble appears to have paid off with Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, offering a far superior performance to the previous couple of generations of Pixels. From our speed test, the Google Tensor Chip is around Snapdragon 870 and 888. It is in the middle of those fast processors in real-world test. The new Pixel 6a drops to 6 gigs of RAM from 8 gigs in the Pixel 6, but features an identical processor. From some lab tests I've seen online, Google appears to have improved its software tuning as it produces even better results on Pixel 6 or Pixel 6 Pro at launch. We will do a speed test of this phone versus iPhone 13, Pixel 6, or Samsung Galaxy S22. But on my early impression, it is pretty solid. Games like Mobile Legends never stuttered on me, and the whole experience is smooth, just lacking that smoother refresh rate. While it may not come as close as iPhone SE's A15 Bionic, the Pixel 6a is a champ among its $500 competitors when it comes to performance. The Pixel 6a has a dual stereo speaker on board, and they do an adequate job for watching videos or a little background music. Although I'd certainly recommend using a pair of wireless headphones to properly enjoy the latter. If you're an early bird to purchase this, you might get a Pixel Buds A series. It costs $139 alone, and I will do a separate review of this. So this is a quick sound check of the Pixel 6a. The Pixel 6a also have a large 4410 mAh battery, and that alone could spell some really good battery performance. I will do a full battery test of this phone versus Samsung Galaxy A53 and iPhone SE 2022. The Pixel 6a runs on Google's slightly modified version of Android 12. While Android 13 is near on the horizon now, the Pixel 6a will be amongst the first to get it. The biggest advantage that Pixel 6a offers over most phones in this price range is the 5 years of security updates and 3 years of major OS updates. For the cameras, you will have a 12.2 megapixel wide angle at f1.7 and a 12 megapixel ultra wide at f2.2. Flipping around the front, you will have an 8 megapixel sensor and a shoot at the widest at f2.0. These are the camera sensors of the older Pixel 3 to Pixel 5. This is Pixel 6a's selfie video recording, and this is Pixel 6a's rear camera video recording. Google remains to be a leader in computational photography, so it continues to squeeze some of the fantastic results out of this hardware. But it simply doesn't compare with the Pixel 6a's updated camera hardware. But with Google's computational photography, this won't matter in a well-lit situation. I will also do a camera comparison video of this phone versus other Pixel devices and some flagship phones like Oppo X5 Pro, Huawei P50, iPhone 13 Pro Max, and so on. But the bottom line is you won't get a great phone like this at $599. Now let's talk about the downgrade. Let's talk about the first thing that you will see right away, the build quality. It has a plastic back that will scratch easily, so make sure you snap a case on the first day. There's also a downgrade in the camera hardware. Google returns to its old standby camera sensor that they used since Pixel 3. So you might not get the same low-light performance as Pixel 6 or Pixel 6 Pro. The next downgrade is the refresh rate, which this phone only offers a regular 60 Hz. For most people this is sufficient, but I know some prefer a smoother screen. This phone lacks wireless charging and it only offers 18 watts of charging, which is pretty slow given most phones can probably juice up as quick as 30 watts like Pixel 6. And lastly, because of the smaller box, there's no charger. It only has the cable, the manual, and SIM ejector tool, so you may need to use your older charger block or buy a separate one. There are certainly downgrades for us to distinguish the flagship Pixel 6 versus the Pixel 6a. So what is Gadget Rev Now's verdict? Is Pixel 6a worth it? For $599, everyone is a winner here. I don't see much of a negative given the price offering. It's a solid phone. I will not recommend this to anyone who wants a faster refresh rate, a more premium design, and maybe a need of a headphone jack or charger, but those are rare phones these days. And I'll recommend this to anyone who has a budget of $600. It has a flagship processor, old but flagship camera module, a flagship Pixel design, and a solid battery that you can easily last for a full day of use. With its computational photography and pure Google experience, the Google Pixel 6a is a $599 champ, but with few downgrades from Pixel 6 to distinguish the flagship, but it's worth it. And there you go. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll continue to compare this phone in our channel, so stay tuned. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.